What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video, man. We are coming up on the end of that season. Now, of course, as always, hit the like button, comment, subscribe as well. If you guys are brand new to the family, man, help the channel grow out, man, on the road to 1K so we can get this thing monetized, get some more eyes on the series. As you know, Madden is on the way. I'm just trying to purchase the game financially, but it is on the way soon. But you guys are showing mad love to MLB, so this can carry out for just a little bit longer until we get that Madden content in. We'll be running both. Of course, you know, mission is not complete, but we're going to try to complete that mission at the very least this season. This could be a very good year to do it. You see, we're at 77 and 60 here going into the month of September. This is clutch time, crunch time, where we need to be finishing up everything else and taking control of this division. Now, we're only half game up over the Guardians, and we need to figure out what two pieces can we bring up as part of this team that is going to help take us over the edge. Now, of course, our bats have been in a situation where it's been kind of iffy, kind of but we've also been in a situation too as well where we don't exactly know what our bullpen is going to give us. You know, I don't know if these guys are going to be able to hold up long term. So we definitely want to make sure we're getting some guys up here that could help out with that experience. Some guys I'm looking at is Yamisi Garcia. He's been doing good down in the minors for a little bit. Garrett Hill has been looking fantastic down there. 2.56 ERA. Whip is almost sub 1. He's had a little bit of time up here. Didn't do too good last year. Only 2 1/3 innings. We sent him down immediately after giving up 11 earned runs. But, you know, before that, he actually had a good season the year before. He's seen some good progression here for his per-nons, his clutch, his control. And he has been tearing up AAA ball, as well as Drew Dotson. He's been tearing it up down there too, man. But is it a little bit too early to send him up? He's a 64 overall, see potential at 25 years old, but 2.56 ERA, same kind of whip. He could be a potential move-up target. Now, I just wanted to quickly look here at some of the hot topics that we have for bats that are some guys that are doing good. Danny Diaz, Harper McGinnis, both two dudes that, well, at least Danny Diaz is still progressing, so I don't want to bring him up too early. Harper, he's a deep potential, so he's only going to get worse. You saw a lot of his stuff was going down despite having a great season. And then Daniel Cabrera kind of in a similar boat, deep potential. Neither one of those guys are really going to give like extreme boosts. Both are hitting for some power though, now at the AAA level. And ultimately, I decided just to go with the pitching. We're going to go ahead and move Garrett Hill up as an extra long reliever, especially with Jackson Jobe sometimes choking and struggling with some things. But as far as all of our hitters go, I think we have a pretty strong lineup, a pretty strong bench. Not too many guys that I would want to see come up other than the man himself here, Daniel Cabrera. He did great in the spring is what I remember, and he's doing it with power down at AAA. So we'll bring him up and see if he can be a power bat, or at least, you know, a spot power bat for us going through the rest of this month. And you can see we'll go ahead and get things basically kicked off here with the series against the White Sox, which we should be able to easily handle between them, the Twins, and another series against the White Sox before getting into that Cleveland Guardians series that could ultimately decide the division. And right off the bat, we start off with a 3-game sweep of the White Sox, including an 8-2 victory here in game number 1. 10 hits in total as a team. Fernando Gonzalez, you see, getting 3 ribbies here today, getting a home run. Morris Jones hitting another leadoff home run. Jesus Luzardo, only inning of work. So Jackson Jobe had to come in and basically do a pinch start with 6 2/3 innings, but I had to go back and, you know, check. Is he hurt or something? Why did he only pitch 1 inning? Maybe it's a short-term injury because nothing came up. And as you can see here, got a couple of AAA injuries, a couple of AA and AAA injuries down here in the long 60-day list, but he's not there. So maybe it's just a quick little, like he had to leave the game or something. I don't know why he would only pitch 1 inning. But, I mean, hey, we got the dub, and now we're extending onto a 4-game winning streak here to start out September. Make that 5 as we go ahead and beat the Twins here in game number 2, 11-4, 5-2. Going to game number 3, up 2-0 with Jesus Luzardo. This time pitching deep into the ballgame, 7 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 9 Ks. And he looks like he might be going for a complete game shutout here as we go to the bottom of 8th and a runner at 3rd base. So we'll go ahead and jump straight into it. Ketel Marte is at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. We're already 94 pitches deep into this one. So not very pitch efficient, but we'll see if he's able to close this thing out. And, well, first pitch is a 12-6 curveball in the left field. There goes the shutout. That's that quick, and now it's a 1-score game. I've effectively come in and ruined the shutout in just 1 pitch, but now it's about getting the dub here. And we still got to get 2 more outs and then go to the bottom of the 9th and get 3 more outs. So we could at least secure a victory here and go to a 6-game winning streak and 2 back-to-back series sweeps, as that's going to be a line drive out to Jones. He'll play it off a bounce, and that'll be a base hit. Going up next is Nick Gordon, who is 0 for 3 on the day. And a ground ball here would be beautiful on the 2-2. Back-to-back sinkers, trying to get him to chop one on the ground. He's not offering at it. We'll get the call strike, though, on the 4-seamer. He's froze up, go heat up, and unthaw yourself in the dugout. You can argue all you want to. You're still going to go sit down. Carlos Correa will be up next. He's 0 for 3 on the day as well. And now we're at the point where any kind of out will do, as we're 107 pitches into this. Make that 108 as this chopper will go on the ground and secure 8 strong innings of work for Jesus Luzardo. Now trying to get a little bit of runs back, maybe get a little bit more insurance to give us some security before we bring in our closer. We have Laboratories up with a full count or 3-1 count, and Drew Jones in the on-deck circle, maybe getting a spot start here. As that's going to be a ball that'll get down into the gap. It'll hit up against the wall. Slow dribbler, slowly played in the outfield. They're just lucky we only got 51 speed for Gleyber Torres as he goes in and trots into second base with ease. 25th double of the season. And that'll bring up Drew Jones with a chance to be clutch. 1 for 3 on the day. He looks like he's getting the spot start for Riley Green in right field. Gets the four-seamer up the middle, and that'll be a line drive past shortstop. We're going to go ahead and send the run home. Why not be a little risky? The tag is out of place. It went up the line. He tried to dive back, and that one extra boost. You remember when he was at 50 speed, he got tagged out? Well, 51 is what you need to go to make this type of play here. Look at the throw, giving up his body, and look at the tag effort here. Let's get another look at it here as you see him just barely missing out on it. And it'll lead us to go to our closer, man, Jordan Romano. 50 games, 34 saves and 40 outings, so only 6 blown this year. ERA is still up above 4. So hopefully maybe with 3 outs here, we'll be able to get that below 4. As he'll be facing the middle of the order too, 4, 5, and 6. Exactly what you want if you're Minnesota, needing 2 runs to bounce back. Buxton, 1-2. Watches the four-seamer upstairs. We're not getting him to really chase too much here as he swings through the four-seamer. Too much gas. And that'll be the first man retired. We'll go to TJ Friedel, Reds legend that never actually made it to the show. And maybe this is why. Fly ball going towards the seats. Badu will go ahead and give chase. Reach over the barrier and take it from the fans. We're sorry, but this ain't our home stands. And we need these outs. So just like that, it'll be up to Brian Rochillo. I think this might be somebody that's drafted. It looks like a creative face. So I think this is maybe like one of the people that's like maybe one of the recent draft picks. Well, we recently drafted the ball into the ground over to first base, and it will recently give us a back-to-back series sweep and a 6-game winning streak. As we take this game, man, 3-1, Jesus Luzardo, showing that he's been a key addition since the trade that we went and got him. I normally don't even really do that many trades in movie to show. You know, I want to keep it fair, but there's not too many cases where it's like fair for both sides. I really feel like it's harder to trade MLB to show than Madden to at least make it fair for both sides. And that was one that I think has worked out pretty well for both, and we'll see why. You know, a little bit later in the season, maybe we'll check on the stats for the Red Sox. But Jesus Luzardo, VC's working out for us. 9 hits as a team here today. Morris Jones gets homer number 14. Badu chasing a RBI number 100 with 88 of them things today. And we'll go into another series here against the White Sox and look to duplicate what we did last time. This time at home in front of our home crowd with the 83-60 record. As you can see here, just complete dominance. The offense has been scoring. The pitching staff has been doing good too. Only 4 runs is the most we've given up. Most of them being just 2. As we're here again, we give up 2 runs, but we're going bottom 9. Runners at second base already, and that's Morris Jones. You know that thing is deadly when he's over there, especially with Akil Badu right behind him. Can we get RBI number 89 to go ahead and win this thing out? Well, we're going to steal off third to make it a little easier. And he's in there cleanly. No tag at all. But up against Chris Murphy. Trying to get those stuff upstairs, but we're swinging at those. We want a fly ball to go into the outfield. We'll go ahead and easily take a sac fly to end this game. And that might be what we get here. Line drive out to right field. It's going to be a throw to the plate. He's coming up the line. He'll go ahead and slide in safely. Probably could have just walked his way into the plate. That'll be a ball game, and that's how you win those things, man. When Morris Jones gets on, it makes it easier. I don't know if it was a single or a double, but regardless. Steal your way over to third, sack fly, sack bunt, whatever needs to be done. It looks like it was a double, 2 for 4, 2 doubles on the day, and a game-winning run coming across for himself. 9 hits as his ultimate squad. Guerrero with a 2-hit day. Harry Ford with a 2-hit day. And as you can see, the RBIs are coming in cleanly. You see Gonzalez is up to 89 as well. So we got, you know, really 3 guys chasing that 100 RBI title for the year. I remember I said I just wanted 1. We got 3 of them now, and this is why we're a playoff team. Casey Mize only 3 innings of work, so I wonder if he got hurt. Jackson Jobe had to come in and pitch 2, and Garrett Hill, first little bit of work here. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 K. Not too bad. And no, not ahead of the playoffs. Casey Mize, 1 to 2 months is how long he will be out on a torn groin. That's going to leak into the playoffs a little bit, so I don't know what that'll do for our playoff rotation. as long as we still make it. But it'll be on the 60-day DL, and Jackson Jobe will have to come in and make spot starts. I mean, a 5.17 ERA is under 20 strikeouts, which isn't too bad. But the ERA is high, 1.5 WHIP. We'll have to see if maybe he can come in and make an impact, at least give us the ability to keep winning. And since I put him on 60-day DL, that'll open up an extra roster spot to go ahead and bring somebody in. I think since we took a hit to the pitching staff, it makes sense to bring up another pitcher and maybe a starter relatively too. Bo Brissett, 3.02 ERA, 1.29 WHIP. He's got one of the lowest overalls though. Ty Madden's at a 3.07, 1.22 WHIP. You see potential, but got some good stats here. Good stamina, 13 home runs given up, 163 Ks and 170 innings. Is not bad at all. Bo, we know what he's been able to do this season too as well. He's actually put up pretty good numbers, but just off of necessity standpoint and overall, I think I'm going to go ahead and add Ty Madden to the 40-man roster. We're going to bring him up. We have not yet got to get a look at him at all. He's pitching good. He's pitching great. ERA and WHIP are both good. And you see Akil Badu gets down with injury, and of course we lose. As soon as we lose a bat, we lose a game. As this is a 3-5 defeat here. 2 hits from Badu before getting hurt, 2 for Guerrero, 2 for Clemens, but a lot of goose eggs that I'm seeing through here. Verlaine, Jake Rogers, both 0 for 4s there at the bottom. That's not going to help. And Matt Manning, 6 innings of work, but Jordan Hicks actually having a rare bat outing. 2 innings, 3 earned, giving up 3 Ks. Not something you expect too often. And with that great long winning streak, somehow the Guardians were able to keep up too as well. We're both 8-10 in our last 10, so only 1 game up over them still. Now over here in the wild card standings, you see teams are slowly starting to get close to being eliminated. Astros are half game out, but the Guardians are wild card number 2, so we're kind of pretty safe even if they overtake us to still keep at least a wild card spot. But it is getting close over in those races. Now here, you see a complete game shutout opportunity for Tariq Skubal. This one they're going to give us in the 9th inning. Let's see if we can preserve this one this time. Now, we're at 103 pitches already, so we're going to come into this one. Oh, still a little green energy. I like that. Not tired at all, so we'll be able to actually get in a little bit of work here before he turns yellow, turns red. Maybe get somebody in the bullpen going just in case, though. Jordan Romano is there on standby with a 1-run lead. We do not want to give this one up at all. We still want to take this series because those Guardians are on our neck. As that's going to be a call strike from behind the plate umpire. No look down, and we're able to get that. And you see down below, Tristan McKenzie seeking first CY Young Award. Complete game shutout against the Orioles, so maybe the Guardians are trying to get their own CY Young Award winner. They got mad that we had it with Tariq Skubal, and they're trying to get their get back. As Tariq Skubal is going to get a fly ball here. It's going to be shallow center field. Jones is going to have to come and play this off a bounce. And Duvon reaching base. So good job there by the White Sox. We got that tying run at first. Go ahead and run at the plate. Fly ball, though, will go to Jones. Easy plays. And now they'll be down to their final out. 3-7 hitter Royce Lewis. 115 pitches on the day for Skubal, so he is getting a little bit more tired. Can you give me one more batter? Yeah, regardless of what happens here, I think we go ahead and get our closer out. So if he gets on base, if we get him out, obviously the ball game win. 0-2. Check this swing. The behind the plate umpire is going to call it this time. No look down, which I would be mad about. I think I'd want that one to go down to the line judge there, especially the end of the ball game. But we'll take the complete game shutout. We're not going to complain. We're going to take these victories as they come through. And I'm not even going to pitch a fit at all, man. 9 innings, 9 Ks, 1 walk on a day from our batters. We only had a 2-hit performance, but Torkelson, he did enough. I guess it was maybe it looks like a triple from Guerrero. His first of the season coming this late, and then a sac fly from Torkelson to go to get his 60th RBI and get us the win. This was a pretty bad day for offense on both sides. Only total 7 hits combined and 1 run. So we'll take a win any way we can get it, though. Hard-fought victories show that we can win in the postseason. And we'll be focusing here today on this 4-game series against Cleveland because we're up 2 games over them. If we're able to take all 4 of these, that would be a 6-game lead. And could very well, it wouldn't give us the division. We're not going to have the X or the Y by our name. But in eyes of momentum and what we all know, that pretty much would give us the division here. So we're going to take a look at a couple of player lock games, get our way through this series, and really focus in on these Guardians at home, of all things, too, as well. And the first man tasked with keeping us and getting us this first game, Luis Severino, finally got that ERA under 4. He's been bouncing back and forth between 3.8 and 4.1 basically all season. And he'll be tasked with going and stopping us. And who we're going to focus on mainly today will be Drew Jones getting the start here with Akil Badu going down with injury. So why not? He's had a great season. We traded for him. We tried him at the show for a little bit as this is a steal attempt without me doing it. Morris Jones is in there on his own. Love that the CPU still steals for me when I'm not out there. 42 stolen bases on the year. But we tried him up at the show. It didn't really work through spring. He did not hit like I thought he would with the A potential. He was already a high overall, around 78 or 75 when we traded for him. Didn't turn out. I thought it was really going to be him and Morris Jones and then Kibadu running the outfield. And then Raleigh Green coming off the bench as DH. Didn't really work that way. But ever since then, he killed AAA for a little bit. It's kind of slow, kind of good. We brought him back up to spring. He killed it. We gave him a chance on the bench, and I think he's actually run away with it here this year. You know, like I said, batting around the 250 to 280 range pretty much all season. He's shown home run ability. He's shown clutch ability with his RBIs. And then, of course, you know, he's got the speed factor in the outfield. He'll go run this one down. Throw will come in, and that'll take care of another run at least, though. As you can see, the score is 3-2. This game is close. Joey Romano will have to come into this ballgame to try to save it here as we go top of the 9. Didn't see too much highlights there from Drew Jones, but here we have the highlight of getting the dub, which is what really matters the most, as it'll be 9-1-2 set to do up for the Guardians. Masataka Yoshida, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a 3-1 count, pops up the ball right here. Harry Ford go ahead and call off the pitcher. This will be easy grabs, and that's what we want to see, easy plays. Cedric Mullins will be up next. He's got a 1-2 count as well, 1 for 4 on the day. Can we go ahead and retire him? He chops this one on the ground. Torres making a play. Ooh, look at the speed as he's able to make the play in the hole. Good spin throw, and they're down to their final man here, Andres Jimenez. He's 2 for 1 on the day, so, I mean, if anybody's going to get on, this will probably be the man that you want to go ahead and set up the middle of that order. Guerrero misses it. Clemens in the hole. Not even going to be close. Might as well just held on to that one. Slow played it a little bit too much. And now we got to worry about that speed on first base with Jose Ramirez, who will chop the first pitch he sees over the head of the first baseman. Torkelson will not be able to make that play. Green gets it in quickly, but we're in danger territory now. The tying run is 90 feet away. Go-ahead run is at first base. Christian Walker at the plate pops this one. Foul territory. Jones is going to give chase, but not be close. 0-2. Check this swing. They're going down to the umpire this time, and they're giving it to us. They say he went around. That is a tragic way to go to end the game, but we are able to go ahead and get this dub. And we're going to go ahead and take game number 1 of this series, man, as they were not ready for prime time here. At least today, Severino comes through, ties up his record on the year, 12 for 12. Romano's 36 save, and we come out of here with a very narrow victory, man. It was hard fought all the way throughout. Torkelson gets player of the game, 2 for 3, a home run and a double. Severino, 6 in the third innings of work there. 5 hits as a squad total, 2 from 4 to Torkelson. So everybody else a bunch of goose eggs. That was home run number 23. And Severino, 5 walks is pretty outrageous. And only 1 strikeout, but it was enough to get the dub. Bullpen held the door, and we're able to go ahead and take things into game number 2 now. 3-game lead over the Guardians, looking to make it 4. And we'll go ahead and focus on a different player this time around, man. We will be looking into Spencer Torkelson after having such a great game. As you can see, here go the standings. 3 games over the Guardians. Everybody else is pretty much out of the picture at this point. Everybody's sub 500. The Twins are looking pretty bad. The White Sox looking bad. It's just all bad for the rest of the division. But we've been in 2 figureheads on top of this division. I mean, if we weren't rebuilding, it probably would just be Cleveland by themselves up here, and the rest of the division would be cupcakes. But 9-1 in our last 10. I love that. Let's keep it going. Try to get closer to that 10-0 in the last 10. And the man tasked with it today will be Jesus Luzardo. You saw him get a great outing last time in. 7-8 record. ERA is well below 4. So we're going to look to keep it that way. As Torkelson will already come in with an RBI possibility here. Bottom of second, 2 outs. Big also against Lucas Giolito, who we had a big game against. You remember a couple episodes back. We faced him. We scored a lot of runs. So today could be a similar outing as showing some patience here. I love it. 2-1 count. Make him work. Make him throw a couple of pitches here. Get a good eye for it. And can we get an early inning walk? 3-1. Ooh, over the top of that slider. That's a good pitch, though. Good pitch to hit. He just swung over top of it and missed. They're going to send the runner, and that distracted the second baseman long enough to go to get a base hit into the outfield. I think the Gleyber Torres in front of him on second, so no move up to third base. But it will go ahead and give us a situation here where Harry Ford and maybe the top of the lineup can score across a run, as Ford will go ahead and walk over to first base. Bring up Morris Jones. Got a base hit in the first inning, but he's got a 3-1 count here. And I like doing the accelerated pitch count. Although this is an issue that does need to get fixed. You see, how is he only at 30 pitches? His 27th pitch was, to me, and he walked somebody else on a full 4. And you can see here, we get another walk here from Jones. Drew Jones will come up now, and he's at 31 pitches with a 1-2 count. I don't know how he threw 3 pitches and only threw 1, but it is something that does need to get fixed. I mean, I don't want to have to go and watch the entire at-bat just to have that fixed. That should not be an issue, as that'll be a strikeout on Drew Jones. They're hitting back-to-back in the lineup. I did place him at the 2 spot. I feel like he would be a situation where he could just thrive in. I didn't want to move anybody else up because although they're hitting for power and although Torkelson has his moments, he's still only hitting 231. Can't have 231 at the second spot. Now, as you see here, the game's kind of ballooned out of proportion. Although we were able to walk home 1 run, we end up getting 2 more, but they get 4. This will be a ground ball over the shortstop that's thrown over easily. And not able to make a play on that ball, so we will be going and trying to see if we can make a comeback here. As Garrett Hill comes unraveled, Jordan Hicks. Oh my goodness. And they batted around completely and scored 7 runs in that inning. Yeah, there's nothing else to see in this one, as that was embarrassing. I don't know what happened with our bullpen, but 4 runs in the inning before, then 7 runs after it. Just cannot happen. Now, we had 7 hits as a team. We're not even going to focus on this offense. I mean, good job to the boys that came and showed up. 90 RBIs for Fernando Gonzalez, but Garrett Hill, 5 runs, 3 of them earned off of an error for Torres, 3 more earned runs for Jordan Hicks. Yeah, that just can't happen. Garrett Hill's ERA balloons back up like we've seen it do before too when we brought him up. But hopefully this isn't a sign of how the next couple of games are going to go, because we cannot afford to have that type of eruption happen again. And of course, Jackson Jobe is on the mound. When we need somebody to go ahead and come in, settle their offense down, we call Jackson Jobe. 10-6 record, 5.31 ERA. It says he made, I don't know if this is counting this as his first start or if he's made a start before. I don't remember him having to make a spot start before, but it could have been. So this could be the second start of the season. And we'll hope he can hold the door here, as I'm not going to be using him. We're going to be focusing on Vladimir Guerrero, the man chasing 40 home runs this season, as he gets a 4-seamer up in the zone, going out opposite field at the wall, gloved in. Good play there. I thought we were going to see a home run already happen, but Guerrero's been everything and more since signing him. Over 100 RBIs in this 3 spot. He's hitting about 280. He's been hovering around 280 to, I'll say 270 to 300 all season. Looks like he's on pace to probably hit around 40 home runs. I don't know. Yeah, that was a clear strike. I got froze, but he wanted to play that one off and try to argue it. I'm good for it if they want to reverse it. And we go bottom 6 here. It's a low-scoring game here this time around, unlike last. And that'll be a base hit for Guerrero Jr. getting into the outfield off Zach. It is a 1-0 game here as we go to the bottom of 6. So offense has definitely been slowed down by Jackson, but it's also been slowed down by us too. Zach is pitching a great game here. And let's see if that base hit and lead and backup walk to the Gonzalez can finally put some offense on the table for us. Ooh, unlucky there. Line drive goes right to third base. Again, if we were going back and I wasn't trying to run off of it. This one's going to be a ground ball on the ground, though. Go over to second base for a 1, throw over to first. Not in time. Good job. That's what speed do. Riley Green showing off a little bit of wheels, so Keith Clemens will have an opportunity still. And this will be a chopper that'll get into the hole. Right perfectly in between third base and shortstop. And it's a tie ball game. Base hits can lead to a lot. Now, unfortunately, that was all we were able to get. But we'll go here bottom of the 7th with 1 out. So the very next inning against Gavin Williams. And a great RBI chance here for Guerrero. We know we can be patient with them. They don't really want to throw anything in the zone. But if it looks beautiful, we're going to swing at it. That's a curveball up in the zone. That'll get down into the gap. Now, unfortunately, I made a base running error here. I tried to go for it, but it didn't let me. But I guess I'm kind of glad it didn't. I might have got thrown out, as it'll be a 2 RBI base hit, though. Could have been a 2 RBI double, but we'll take it. And that'll give us the lead. That's why that man is clutch. 2 for 4 in the day. And we'll go ahead and just keep trying to make this offense work, as Gonzalez is going to walk yet again right behind him. And Xavier Curry somehow is not throwing a pitch, but is in a 1-2 count with a strikeout there on Torres. And now he's only thrown 1 pitch and has a 1-2 count. I don't know how they're doing it. They're magicians and genies. But that'll be back-to-back Ks to go ahead and keep the ball game 3-1. And we'll go ahead and watch Romano here once again try to close the door. 6, 7, 8 for the Guardians, as this win could put us back up to 3 games ahead of them in the division. Swing and miss upstairs. Wilson Contreras will have to go sit down. He's corkscrewed into the ground. Dig him up, dig him out. George Valeria, go ahead and have the same fate, my boy, as you're frozen. If y'all remember too, he was early in the season with the Clippers down at AAA. So it looks like he's part of their call-ups. I did not know the Clippers were part of the Guardians organization. So it looks like they called him up. He was giving his fist down AAA. Now I'm getting my revenge. Yes, he ruined one of my players' starts with his 2-run home run. Now we got him swinging and missing on the bench. And we got Marco Luciano grounding over to first base, taking it himself for the victory here, as Detroit will come out A-OK and A on top, as we are back in the win column here, man. We lost last game. We win this win. So now we're going for at least a series victory, but the loose we can do is top the series. Ty Madden actually coming in, getting in some work, getting the dub today. I love to see that. We're going to go and check those stats, as this is probably his first little bit of action here, as Romano gets the save for us. And he looks like he pitched a full inning, 1K, 1 walk. So, just typical relief stuff. Didn't come in with a long relief or anything like that. 6 hits as a team. I had 2 of them, and then you got a couple of ones all the way throughout. Jones actually had an error in the outfield. Jackson, 6 innings of work, 9 Ks. Great work there. Didn't get the ERA below 5, but solid quality start. Todd Manning, Michael King both came in and held the door for us. And thankfully to all of that, man, we now have a big-time lead in the division, man. 3-game lead over them at 87 and 62. The Guardians are still there in the wild card spot. You're seeing a lot of people starting to get eliminated, as there's only really 7 teams left fighting for the 3 wild card spots. And the Guardians are still technically fighting for us. They've got 11 games, so they're really eliminated. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and watching to see as we start to hopefully clinch and maybe even go for the number 1 overall seed. Now, the top 2 seeds are the ones that get you the buys, though. So as long as we're either 1 or 2, we'll at least won't have to worry about playing in that wild card round. So you see the Mariners are 86 wins. The Blue Jays are 88. The Rays are 86. So there is some stiff competition for that number 1 overall record. Matt Manning on the mound for us to close out this series. You see, he's had a great season, honestly, all year. 29 starts, a 3.36 ERA, eating up innings with 170 hits given up, 105 strikeouts. So the strikeout numbers are pretty low compared to like everything else. But not a strikeout guy. Very much pitch to contact, and it's working for him this season to get outs. So he'll be tasked with starting this Guardians lineup one final time this year, hopefully. Maybe we won't even see him in the postseason, to get us an opportunity to go back up. Would it be 3-4 games here in the division? Of course, if we lose, I think it's 3 right now. So if we win, we go up to 4. If we lose, we drop back down to 2. So this will be a very important game for us to go ahead and try to get some good offense going, as well as good pitching. And see if we can go ahead and shut down this team one last time. Mullins, 2-1 count. Ooh, somehow held up. I don't understand how they were able to check him and get all the way up the batter's box like that, but he's able to pull back on that. Now they're going to go down for a review, and we'll go to a full count now after the foul tip. No call. I think that's a perfect, beautiful pitch. I don't know, honestly, how you let go of that one with 2 strikes, but he does, and he gets rewarded with it. He's rewarded with first base. Now we come right back with another 3-1 count, and this is a long drive ball into the gap. It'll get down and bounce up against the wall. So no automatic double to save it here to put second and third. Instead, it'll be second and a run scoring, as Mullins is able to go ahead and come around Miles Straw with the clutch RBI double there. And this at-bats are just getting long. You see we're at 25 pitches, and we only have 1 out here in the first inning. We are closing in on 30. He's got to come up and start pitching a little bit more. Just trying to hit the bats. I guess they'll get 1 pitch, 2 pitch outs, because if he doesn't, it's going to be a very quick outing. Oscar Gonzalez is coming in, facing pitch number 28, and there it is, exactly what we're talking about, a 1 pitch out to go to get out of this. But 28 pitches through the first is what it took to get everything done, and we'll hope to have a similar type of inning then to get Tristan McKenzie out of here, because he's had a great season as well too. 15-7 record, 3.21 ERA, 199 innings pitched. Not looking too bad on his numbers. So he'll have to do with our offense, though. And I'm very, very much secure what our offense got to go. Morris Jones will lead us off very strongly here, batting .295 this season, putting together yet another strong year. 14 home runs, 69 RBIs out of the leadoff spot. All his speed is up to 44 or 43 stolen bases this season. Over 40 doubles, as we're always trying to get that 40-40 club, at least with Morris Jones, because he's one of the very few that can actually go ahead and achieve it. Now, Drew Jones probably could too as well, but we don't let him start enough to go ahead and do that. Chopped on the ground here. Easy plays, though. The speed can scare you a little bit, but it won't. will not get spooked from the speed, and he will go ahead and just get the easy play over at first base. And Akil Baddoo's coming up next. He takes a four-seamer right down the middle, right to left field. High flyer there, got underneath it a little bit. Looks like it might be a very quiet 1-2-3 first inning for McKenzie. 0-1. Ooh. Swinging through the slider there. Guerrero Jr. trying to get some offense moving here, but that was probably the best pitch he's going to see this whole at bat. Comes right back with another slider. This one a little bit farther out of reach. And just two back-to-back sliders that he could not touch or do anything with. And you see we jump on ahead to the fourth inning. Everything kind of settled down. Matt Manning was able to get a couple of quick innings there. You see we only have 52 pitches now here as we get the first out of the fourth inning. Green takes a tumble there. Great play in the outfield, though. That is a great play. Maximum effort. See him on a full horse run here. Stumbling, bumbling, rumbling onto the turf. Or should I say the dirt. As he's able to make that play in. And we haven't been getting any offense either. You know, we've been held to very few or minimal offensive movements. And it's kept the game still at a 1-0 pace here. As they finally get another base hit there with George trying to steal off for second base. We get Marco there on the hit and run, though. He gets underneath it to fly this one out. So that'll foil that plan and get him out with 2 outs. Now Victor Carantini. Chop this one on the ground. That'll be an easy slider. 0-2. There it is. High flying ball to the outfield. That'll get down and up against the wall. So this might be another chance to score another run. It was a double at least. Throw will go in. Not in time. So once again, an RBI double helps them play across another run here in the fourth inning. And Matt Manning, I mean, still a decent. I mean, he's only giving up 2 earned runs. If we had some offense, it wouldn't look as bad as it does. But the fact that we have 0 runs here, this looks a little bit worse, especially with the pitch count being where it is. As we get through the fourth inning there, finally getting that one closed out around 60 pitches. And McKenzie, we're trying to upgrade his pitch count too as well. If we're not able to get hits, we need to be working these at bats as much as possible. As Riley Green comes up here in the bottom of the 5th. We still don't have a hit yet to this point. And we're trying to let that go much longer. There it is. Chopper on the ground. Ooh. I thought that the trajectory of that ball looked like he was going towards the stands. But little chopper out there. Drew Jones hitting the 6th spot here today. 3-1. Going at it up top in the hitter's count. Will not be able to make anything shake there. You see he's in center field today. We have Morris Jones, who's a little tired on DH duties today, so he's not out in the field. We wanted to match the speeds up, though, and keep him out there. And he goes in and works a walk. So let's see if he can do what Morris Jones does on the base passing. I mean, you definitely going to throw him out if you drop the ball. So that'll be an easy stolen base there at second. And now Jace Jung has an easier time to try to get him around. So we're going to go ahead and steal up for third, too, as well. Sliding in there safely. Double steals there. That is great. He's up to 8 now on the season. And now Jung, with a full count, lines this one into the outfield over the second or shortstop's head, and that'll get down into the left center field gap. RBI base hits to go and give us a 2-1 lead. Now, he probably could have been a second and still scored off that one, but it makes it a whole lot easier now. Verlaine with his speed will be at the plate. He lines this 4-seamer, pulls it into left field at the warning track before it's gloved in high above his head. I thought that might have had a chance to leave out in the corner. And apparently so did Jace Jung as he just barely gets back in time at first base. No double up there. And now it'll be up to Harry Ford to try to get maybe a 2-out rally. Keep pushing forward on McKenzie here as he watches the first 2. Not going to do anything with either one. And then pops up a 4-seamer on the hands. Easy plays. Go ahead and go to the top of the 6th here. We are at 77 pitches now for Matt Manning. And we just want to at least try to make it through the 6th inning. If he can make it through the 6th, we'll go to the bullpen and call it at that. But give him 6 innings, give him a chance to at least get a quality start victory with some offense in the bottom half. Great catch there from Riley Green to go ahead and put things away. George Valeria back up again. Can we get him set down? This one will be another base hit. This boy's having another good game. We got him down with the strikeout the first time around, but ever since then, he's 2 for 2. And he's starting to get tired there, so we need to hurry up and get this inning closed out quickly. We do have somebody up in the bullpen working, I believe. As that'll be a fly ball deep out to Baddoo. Going back. Makes the play. Throwing it in. You see we got 2 guys out there warming up. So That'll be good to go just in case there's any spirals out of hand. As this will be still attempt at a second. Oh, that's way out of there. Great throw there from Harry Ford. They tried to test the arm, and this man has thrown out a lot of people, honestly, behind the plate. I'm surprised by how consistent we're able to do that. I feel pretty good about it to where I don't even really look or pay that much attention over there. I just try to watch if they are stealing so we can have a throw over. We're able to go ahead and make that play there. Now we're going to come right back with the pitching here still. We got Ty Madden in the game now. I wanted to go ahead and highlight him a little bit. We haven't got to see him play yet. See what kind of his motion looks like. See what the pitches look like. And so far, he's able to go ahead and get his first out there off 2 pitches. Coming back with a quick 1-1 count. That'll be taking up the middle. So four-seamer here. Looks like speed's around 93 to 95. So, not blazing speed at all. But still something to work with. He's got a good curveball he can also go to. There's a steal attempt. This one's going to get chopped on the ground, so no double play possibility here. But we will take it at first ourselves. They'll be facing up against Miles Straw now, who's 2 for 3 on the day, looking to try to make something happen. There's a steal attempt at third. That time I really was not paying attention to it. I can't believe I let myself fall asleep to that one. And with Miles Straw with a 3-0 count, we don't have to pitch him if we don't want to. Let's go ahead and just get him on first base, start over with a first count. Only problem with that is it's with Jose Ramirez. We have him 1 for 3 for the day, so we could still get him to swing and miss a little bit. As that curveball drops right in front of him. And then there's a changeup on the outside edge. That changeup was a very good strikeout pitch for us, as he was not able to do anything with that one either. Wilson Contreras will start off the next inning. We're still with Ty Madden here. And he takes that changeup, though, and moves it right up the middle. Keep in mind, it's still a 2-1 ball game. We're getting later and later into this game. We only have about 6 outs left of wiggle room left to try to make something happen with our bats, and we've been basically shut down all day. You didn't see very many batting highlights because there isn't any, because they've been shutting down our bats. Now, thankfully for us, we haven't let them explode either. At least not yet, as that is a fly ball going into the gap. That'll get down for a base hit and way much more. Jones going to go to feel this one off the wall. That 80 speed is going to be enough to go and try to leap the third base, as the cutoff man couldn't field it cleanly. I never got that. How do you, all the way from the outfield, you couldn't get in position with all that room and space, and it just got by you like that? That is crazy to me. As that would be an RBI triple. And this one's going to go ahead and get towards the gap, but dude is going to go ahead and catch it. Maybe probably could have let it go foul, but because he caught it, it is a sac fly and an RBI. A 4th runner will come across, and it is now 4-1. And we got somebody up in the bullpen, but they are not ready yet. So, Tom Madden, we just need you to get one more batter if possible. If it's a hit, I think we're going to just pull him. But he does get the strikeout there. Good job, Carantini. Way to get froze for your boy. And then Emmanuel Class is going to come in. And, man, oh, man. This is one reliever I do not like seeing every time he comes in. The cutter is way too – it's hitting triple digits. You see the last one he just threw was 99. Here goes 99 way to get on the black. And then he comes and follows it up with a pretty good slider, too, that he has leading off of that. Now, 2-2 here. There goes that slider I was talking about at 91. Everything is just high heat. You don't have to worry about anything being slow, but you do have to differentiate between the cutter and the slider. Is it a big break? Is it a little break? And you have to decide fast. That wasn't fast enough, although we had good timing. We were underneath, popped it up. And now it's down to Morris Jones here in the bottom of the 8th to go ahead and try to maybe get the bottom or the top of the order to rally across in this bottom of the 8th. Make it to where we don't have to go to a bottom of the 9th, but that is a fly ball that'll be caught in right field. Didn't slice enough away from him, so unfortunately we'll have to go here top of the 9th. Ty Madden is still in. I'm trying to see if he can, we're already down 4. Might as well just go ahead and let him see if he can get the, I thought maybe let him get the last 3 outs to lower the ERA, but unfortunately he gets off a lead-off double here to start off the top of the 9th, and we don't want this ballooning any farther than it already has. So he needs to get his act together here. Cedric Mullins. First curveball he sees, he pops up, which is good. But dude will go ahead and come in and make the play. No movement to move up because that's way too shallow. And now it's going to be up to Miles Straw, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Looking to go 3 for 4 as he hits this one up the middle. Green's going to go ahead and come in. He's got the strong arm, but this one will be strong and up the line. Is that is 5-1, man? Maybe I should have pulled him. Maybe I let him stay out a little too long. That could have been my fault, but we're going to go to another guy that we brought up, Jerome Mantle. You saw there 4 games, 3 2/3. Hasn't given up an earned run yet. Let's go ahead and see if he can get these last 2 outs for your boy. Ooh, he's a submarine pitcher. Already one of my top favorite prospects already to go ahead and come up. As long as he can develop pretty well and you get into at least that 70 range, maybe even become an 80 sometime soon, the bullpen rotation could be in his future at the major league level. Now he does get it out there, and now we just have one more strike to get out of this thing as he chops this on the ground to Guerrero Jr., who will come in and field it cleanly with a strong throw to first base. And now we got a rally for 4 runs. 2, 3, and 4 set to do up for us. A kill. Not really doing good today with an 0 for 3 day, but looking to change that around here as he gets a base hit up the middle. You cannot hold down the batting title champ. Or at least he's fighting for it again this year. You know, he won it 2 years ago. Now he's fighting for it yet again after having a little slump in between. And ooh, that one almost brought a tear to my eye. That slider was so beautiful, but he swung over the top and missed it. So with the runner at first base, they give him another slider. This one's on the outside part, so he tried to pull it. Probably should have just went opposite field with it. And because it didn't have enough strength to it, it will be caught and gloved. And now it's up to Gonzalez, who takes the first cutter he sees about chest high. I mean, it's a good pitch to swing at. A little bit more power than that probably goes, but gets underneath it. Out number 2. And just like that, our final hope is Riley Green. Not only is he our final hope as a batter, but he's our final hope with strikes, as it is a 1-2 count after watching that one in on the kneecaps. Why are you even going to watch over there? You are literally 1 out away from winning the game. That's not even the tying run over there. I would not be paying any attention at all to whoever was on first base. You can steal second, third, and home if you want to, because I'm about to get this final out here as this one is popped up shallow center field. He will range underneath. And that'll be your ball game, man. We tie up the series with the Cleveland Guardians, man, 2-2. We were not able to go ahead and come out and sweep this thing, but we still hold our lead in the division, which is exactly what we wanted. I mean, if we could have came out here and got swept, and that would have been tragic, or, you know, lost the series, both of those would have had implications to put them either closer to us or tie them with us. So I'm glad we were able to at least come out and split it. Now, only 3 hits today as a team. The bats were very cold, and a pitching staff that was, like I said, I just left Ty Madden in a little too long, but everybody else, I think, did their role and played pretty good for us. Now you see here, Mantle. I mean, didn't throw that many pitches, but pretty good on his location. Matt Manning here. The sliders were kind of a little loose, 43% out of or in the strike zone. Nothing really hit too well or too hard or too solid. Matt Manning, they were killing his changeup. They were 3 for 4 on it, but every changeup he threw was also in the strike zone. You can see a lot of those clumping up near that midsection too as well. So the changeups, you see, they were all kind of low. Nothing really hanging over the plate, but still, like that one is way off the plate. They still able to get hit. Here with the 4-seamer, got a couple going right down the middle, hits as you expect. And then the curveballs actually were located pretty well, far off the plate, you know, near the blacks and stuff like that. So I got to say, I'm very impressed with what he was able to do. And that'll kind of wrap that up, man. We are 87-63 coming out of that series, and we will wrap up the year with some tough ones. You got Miami, who's 3 games over 500. The Rays, who are close to 90 wins. The Dodgers, who are at 90 wins. And then finally, we ended off with a, you know, little cupcake team with Arizona. But we got 3 hard series. As for Cleveland, they got the Pirates, who are easy, the Mariners, who are 87 wins, the Rangers, who are easy, and then they do end up with the Padres, who are at 90 wins. So we'll keep a close eye on them as the year unfolds and untrends to see when people will start clinching, and especially more so when we will start clinching and go ahead and take full control of this division. But if you guys are ready for all that, man, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on your way out of the video, guys, if you guys are ready for it. Next time out, we will, like I said, be focusing on the last 3 series to end the season, or 4 series to end the season. We'll basically be ending the year off, doing our end of the year recapping for the minor league teams as well as the major league team, and setting things up for the postseason should we make it. I want to get y'all hopes up now. I can't tell y'all, are we gonna make it or we not? I don't know. We have no X, no Z, no Y, no W, no A, B, C, D, E, F, G by our names. So we have not clinched anything. So postseason is still up in the air. If you guys want to find out about it, make sure you guys tune in for the next episode. Turn that bell on so you know when it goes live, and keep supporting your boy, man. I love and thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys already give. Let's keep it going, keep it moving. Let's get this Tigers team its World Series championship. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. It's been your boy SGG, aka Sean. Wait, what? Hold up. SGG, SmooveGotGame, aka GM Smooth. I don't know how I keep messing that up, but I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm out. Later.